Now we'll solve the same problem, this unbalanced problem, which we have converted into a balanced problem using this least cost method. We are trying to check this, whether there would be a significant difference by applying this method. So this we are solving through least cost method. So we'll take the problem with that dummy column WD and solve using the least cost method. Okay? That same table with the same cost and all that we'll take now, and the same supplies with the same cost, same demand or requirement, all those things, it remains same. So the same method can be applied in case if there is more demand but lesser supplies. That means we will assume a dummy factory or dummy supply where we will put the balanced number. That means the difference between demand and supply, we will put that being supplied by a dummy supplier or dummy factory, and we will make the problem as balanced problem. Once that problem is balanced, we can follow the same procedure so as to arrive at the solution. That means total cost of transportation. So transportation problem has a lot of impact, because when a company has to supply its goods throughout the year to multiple suppliers, or if a warehouse or a wholesaler has to supply to multiple retailers, so they can use this problem so as to minimize the cost of transportation. So when the companies, let us say for example cement companies are there, where they will be producing millions of tons of cement and transporting to its warehouses or its dealers, then it would save a lot of money if they can identify the better way of transporting the material. So here W1 requires 40 units, W2 50 units, W3 30 units, W4 90 units, WD dummy 50 units, total 260 as it was earlier, 120, 80 and 60. And the cost of transportation 10, 15, 6, 9, 0. For all these things it is 0 only, because we are not going to actually transport any of those units. Then 7, 13, 7, 8, Now in the least cost method, what we are going to see is we are going to allocate first to the lowest cost. So here zeros are the lowest cost. We see anyhow there is no hard and fast rule. It is arbitrarily we can make allocation. That means it is our choice, whichever we want. So here we will see we have 120 units. So from this we will allocate in this row, that is F1 WD, 50 units we will allocate. So that is done, and out of 120, 50 are gone and 70 are remaining. Now this is gone. So here 50 are satisfied. That means in this column we cannot make any allocation. Now we have to check for the remaining table. You can see the cursor here. This is the table where we have to observe the lowest cost. So here if you see in the entire table 4 is the lowest cost. So here we will allocate as maximum as possible. Here we have 40 units requirement is there, 60 are available. So we can make 40 units allocation here because it doesn't require more than 40. 40 is satisfied. Out of 60, 40 are gone and 20 are remaining. Now your W1 column also we cannot make any allocation because this is satisfied. Now the remaining table only is this. This is the only remaining table. In this next list cost is this 6. So here we have 70 units available, but in this column we require only 38. Warehouse 3 we require 30 units. So at the most we can allocate only 30 units. So these 30 units are gone. So out of 70, 30 are gone and we have 40 units remaining. Then this W3 column also no longer useful. W1, W3, WD because they are all satisfied. We have W2 column, W4 column. We have to find the lowest cost among these things, W2, W4. This 7 is the least cost. So here we check, we require actually 50 units but available from factory 3 is only 20 units. So you make 20 units. So out of 50, 20 are allotted or allocated, 30 are still to be fulfilled. Now this is also gone. That means from F3 we cannot make any allocation, so we should not consider this. And W1 column we should not consider. W3 also we cannot consider because that is also satisfied. WD also satisfied, we cannot. Now we have in W2 these two cells and in W4 these two cells. So here the list is 8 rupees. So here we will be allocating 80 because 90 are required but only 80 are available from factory 2. So we are not going to allocate. Anyhow, this is satisfied. Then that means F2 we cannot make allocation, F3 we cannot make allocation, and in W2 only we can make allocation, and then W2 we require 30 units and W4 we require 10 more units because out of 90, 10 are required because 80 are already allocated. Now in this list is 9 because only W1, W4, only these two cells, F1, W1, F1. So here it is 10 units we are going to allocate. Out of 40, 10 are gone and 30 are remaining. These 30 units will go to W2. That is 30. Actually ఇది మళ్ళీ ఒకసారి చేయాలి.